Hey, welcome. So this is not quite a friend in engineering explained. I more wanted to tell you about a VSCode extension I made. Yes, another one. This one's called Image Descriptor, and I took an opportunity to learn how to integrate AI into a extension. So what does this one do? Well, it helps you when writing alternative text. So alternative text, super important, still one of the most common accessibility problems out there on the web. So this helps you a little bit. Again, this doesn't automate away alt text, but it helps you by allowing you to suggest something using AI. There's another feature that I want to talk about. But first of all, why would you need something to suggest alternative text? I thought about it, and there's a couple of situations. Maybe in the moment, you're looking at the image and like, I'm not sure how I'm going to express what's in this image. Or maybe you don't know how to make it concise, or how detailed should I be? So you kind of just need something to get you started. I mean, we run into this a lot, right? When you're designing or when you're writing something, it's nice if you don't have to start from a blank page. So that's one of those situations. Sometimes you're just mentally fatigued and you're like, don't know. And this can help you get over that maybe a little bit, get you 80% of the way. So the idea is that it will suggest something, and then it's up to you to decide whether it's good enough, whether you want to edit it, or whether you just want to throw it away and write your own because maybe it got the gear spinning a little bit. Also, maybe a lot of things we do these days are English, but many people around the world don't speak English as their first language. And so this can help in those situations as well. But this is where the second feature comes in. And I figured, well, wait a minute, but what if you could write the alternative text in your native tongue, let's say Spanish, for example, and then have AI translate it for you to English. Now, of course, if you use some nuanced words, you use some phrases or something that's very idiomatic to the language, then when the translation happens, AI is probably not going to do it great all the time. But again, that's okay because now you can just tidy it up a little bit. So how does this work? Well, it's called Image Descriptor. Right now, you can either use OpenAI or you can use Mistral. One of the other things I want to add is the ability to use a local model. That way, if you have any privacy concerns about the images and the data of those images, or maybe even your alternative text that you've already written, being sent to one of these model providers, then this will allow you to completely be able to use this offline, no internet, no sending it to any third parties. So that's a feature that's coming very soon. For right now, you can choose between these two. You will need to provide your own API key. And of course, that you can get by signing up to either of these services. Then what you want to do is you want to head into VSCode or any fork of VSCode, go into your extensions, and then search for Image Descriptor. And it should show up. You can see it's by me. And this is the little logo. And then you can hit install. Once it's installed, it'll tell you that it's activated. And then we're going to head into the settings. Now, normally this API key would be blanked out, but for some reason, VSCode, even though I uninstall the extension, it keeps it in memory. And now you can choose between OpenAI or Mistral. I'm going to choose Mistral, and then I am going to grab my key, but I'm going to do it here on the side. And also when I paste it in, I will blur it out. Let me grab that. Whoa. What are you doing, 1Password? Okay, with my key, I'll paste in my key, and just clicking off will automatically save. So now we're set up. Cool. So I have this image, and maybe for one of the many reasons I explained, I don't know what the alt text should be in the moment. So I click in this empty alt here, right click, and here it says suggest alternative text. And I use that not by chance, but on purpose. Because it's not write alternative text for me, suggest alternative text. And so it's going to go off to Mistral. It's going to take the image, base64 it because it's a local image, and then send the base64 up to Mistral. And it's come back and it's suggested this: a picturesque village nestled in mountain landscape with a prominent church featuring a tall steeple surrounded by buildings with snow-covered roofs viewed through a window frame with bouquet lights. Maybe you're happy with that, and cool, you can move on. Or maybe you want to edit it a little, shorten it, whatever it is you want. So that is the one thing. Now let's grab this, and for this once, because I cannot speak Spanish or any of those, I'm going to head over to Google Translate, and I'm going to take that exact stream and I'm going to translate it to Spanish. I'm going to copy the Spanish, and then the second image, I'm going to paste the Spanish. Now with the Spanish there, let's say I could speak Spanish and write Spanish, and I type that out because that is more natural and more comfortable for me to do so. Now I can right click and say translate to English. This time I'm only sending the string to Mistral to translate. And there it translated it. Right now these strings looks like they're almost identical. Let's have a look. Picturesque village nestled in a mountainous landscape. Featuring, okay, here it starts going. Here it says with a prominent church. Here it says featuring a prominent church with a tall steeple surrounded by buildings with snow-covered roofs viewed through a frame with a window with bouquet lights. Again, might be happy with that. You might want to edit a little bit. Maybe you used some, as mentioned, nuanced or language-specific kind of phrases that it might get wrong. But they'll get you started, and you can go ahead and edit it to fit your purpose. And once you're happy, you can move on to the next thing, which might be a next image, or it might be something completely different. So this was fun for me to write. I hope you find it useful. It's open source. You can find the link. I'll link it, of course, in the description, but you'll also find the link either if you go to the extension one here. There's the repository. There's an issues link directly there. File issues. If you want to open a pull request with some suggestions, how you can think we can make it better. Maybe if you want to add a feature, first suggest it as an issue so we can just have a discussion and see if maybe it makes sense for this, or if it maybe we can make a separate extension with that idea. I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to let everybody know about this. Let me know what you think. If you try it out, I would love to know your experience with it. Find any bugs, please file them. I expect there to be bugs. It's software after all. So yeah, have fun, build some cool stuff, and I look forward to hearing from you. Until the next one, peace.